Good morning, YouTubers. 9:02 a.m. Haven't got another camera yet, so it might fade in and out. Forgive me of that. 1/24/2019. Um, I've been hearing some interesting stuff. Some can be actually verified, some cannot. So it leaves me kind of um, doing the best I can do. Um, like I said before, I'm kind of like a traffic controller. Uh, I feel like it's important. I'm going to try my best to get out what I feel is real and true. Um, please don't hold my feet to the fire if I'm wrong, because I am just but a human. Um, I believe this is a message that needs to get out. Okay, let's start with Nancy Pelosi, Democratic Party. Um, there's some funny things going on. Her Twitter account blew up, I think, yesterday, and it was way up in the thousands of people asking her to quit, retire, step down, get the hell out of government, period. She is a hindrance to the American people. Um, her trying to block Trump from giving the State of the Union address in the House that she keeps claiming that belongs to her. Uh, has she not heard of the Constitution? Apparently, uh, it's been so jaded and screwed up through the years, she actually thinks she owns it. The House belongs to us, not her. Some in this video I might get a little bit noxious or say some things that might not suit people, but I still do have a voice. Okay, number two about Nancy Pelosi. There was a scenario went down right after all this stuff with her getting kicked off or getting her privileges taken to use our military aircraft as her personal jet and her personal way around this world. Okay, there was 90 some members of her family. My understanding, there's been 2 or 3 different places I've done verified this, that was going to be flew out of the United States. I'm just asking people to start thinking for themselves and have an understanding. If a dingbat such as Nancy Pelosi, a lush, a drunk, and also own Alzheimer's medicine, okay, she shouldn't even be allowed anywhere around anything when it comes to important decisions. But she still is for some freaking reason. Okay. My understanding was when she finally did leave, okay, I don't know if she's back in DC or not. If she is, she needs to be thrown in jail, period, for treason, period. Okay. It was supposed to have went down. She got in touch with Brennan. Okay. If everybody's trying to keep up with us, we understand who Brennan was. Okay. He's another Judas goat that needs to be thrown under the prison. Okay. Um, there was a plan set up to take down our government. Okay. There was a stolen missile from Russia back 2014 or 2015. It was loaded onto a British submarine that was parked off 100 miles out of Washington, D.C. in the water. All of this got foiled, okay? All of it got stopped. But Trump and Pence was supposed to be taken out at the same time. Okay, for me and Pence, I don't trust Pence, okay? There's so much about that man before I started hearing the things and looking at some of the things that I was hearing, I always found Pence a really strange person. Okay, um, somebody of that character and that kind of position in life you would think would be an outgoing type person, be personable. This man acts like that he is a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. That's his personal persona to me. He always looks like he's hiding something or he's being told to say what he needs to say and he's being held captive by the guys in the white hats, okay? Because Pence and his wife has already been connected back to the pedophilia. Also, um, it's being said, okay, and people said there's evidence out here. I can't find it. Um, Pence is responsible for almost 80 some children's deaths. Believe me or not, that's up to y'all, but I'm hearing that it is out here, okay? Listen to an individual that's kind of an insider of our military, okay? He's close to what's going on, okay? His understanding that he finally, military got to him to get information out to the American people through the back channels like we're having to do so we get real news, not the bullshit news. What's holding Trump up and the White Hats, okay? I don't know how this would help Trump and the White Hats, but if there's anyone that sees this message that I'm setting up today, 1/24/2019 at 9 o'clock a.m., that can find or let someone know where this weapon is. It's a biological weapon. Not here to scare y'all. Here just to give y'all some fair warning to have an understanding. This is the only thing my understanding is keeping Trump and the White Hats from going forward and getting rid of the rest of these idiots. Okay? Other than the mass uh, group of zombies that thinks they know what's going that thinks they know what's going on and don't have a damn clue. Okay? If this biological agent is released, okay, the guy didn't go into no great detail if it was missile type, bomb type, or injectable type. Okay? If it's an injectable type and they start getting their ass arrested and thrown in prison, you do know that the mainstream news will finally grow some fucking balls and have to go showing it because YouTube, Facebook, and the rest of the media platforms out here that we use as real sources will go fucking nuts. Okay? And the retards that don't have a damn clue, they think they do, okay? Because they're so caught up into the propaganda, okay, that they think they know what's going on, okay? I'm not God. I'm not Jesus Christ. I don't walk on water. I am a human being. I do make mistakes. I am very fallible, okay? But I do have an understanding what was told to me this morning made good sense, okay? If it's an injectable type, they can inject people, put them on an airplane, put them right into mass million people populations, then inject them with another uh, agent that activates it within hours, maybe days. The hospitals would be full all through. Say Chicago. Imagine that. Downtown Manhattan, New York. Think of that. Think of all them people that run around through Times Square. One person. just cough, blow their nose, touch them somewhere to where that germ carries over, that biological agent carries over. Missile type, if it's to be blowed out of the air once it's launched, it's still going to be mass casualties unless they have and understand what this agent is and be able to inoculate all of these people fast enough to keep it from spreading. There could be thousands of us that could die in all of this. This is where people, like I said, the leftist idiot zombies don't have a clue. I don't think they think of death quite like we do. Okay? I've been on death's door probably, I don't know, 5, 6 different times in my life. It don't scare me because I got explained to a long time ago. Okay? There's one thing for certain in life, and it's death. Okay? Once you're born, you're on a time clock to die. Okay? I accepted that a long time ago. A lot of these people out here ain't even thinking close to that. They have no clue or even took the thought of it. The last one I had 8, 10 years ago, major heart surgery. Like I said, the grasp for me, thanks to my grandmother and my grandfather explaining to me, and it's even written in our Bible that we're to cry at a birth and rejoice at a funeral. Okay? Even though in New Orleans, a lot of people don't quite understand why they carry coffins through the street and have parties. Well, you find that scripture, read it real close a couple times. You'll see and understand why. Because this sentence that we're given, this life that we're given, is a wonderful, blessed thing if used in the correct way. I'm 50 years old and just now figured out life. A lot of people don't understand when I say that. And life is easy as shit. Okay? Life is, but it's all in the choices that you make in this life on which direction it leads you, and you lead yourself with the people involved in your life. I'm pretty sure all of us out here made some real dumbass mistakes. It's a choice. It's all. It all depends on where you end up in that choice. Anger is something of Satan, but it is a necessary thing. Jesus Christ even kicked over the money changers and everything in the temple and cursed them, told them to get out. They didn't have a place in that house, not being who they were and what they was doing. We all have the same emotions, and I believe this is part of where we lie in understanding and not understanding how evil this thing that we're having to fight right now, and every one of us are. And I hope for everyone that sees this takes the time, if do nothing else, but to pray a hedge of protection over our president, the patriots, and all the white hats and his family, and for themselves and their families. A great wall of protection, because we haven't seen anything as of yet. People think they have. People's been in war, seen some horrific shit. I've seen people's heads cut off by guide wires from motorcycles, wrecks, people dying in front of me, people being shot. I've seen all this stuff. But I also had to put it in perspective. And I find it funny that people on the left, the communists, the idiots, I mean, straight up idiots, okay? They buy into being told, one, we're running out of oil. Two, the world's overpopulated. 3, there's global warming. Okay. There's enough oil just in Oklahoma in the United States to feed the United States for the next 200 years. Go look. Alaska. Thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of millions probably, gallons of oil in reserves. There's a good 200 years of just in reserves in Alaska alone. Okay? It's a lie, people. Don't buy it no more. We've been lied to so many times because we are taught to trust these people, the white coats, the diploma hanging fuckers. Okay? No. Common sense needs to be a part of this. Okay? For all of us. You got to understand if you follow scripture, look at the 12 disciples. Look up what they done for a living before they joined Christ. Okay? When they joined Christ, okay, back then there was a whole lot more common sense walking around on this earth than some idiot professor being told that now, since you got all this knowledge and wisdom, that you can repeat that you learned by regurgitating and remembering and then regurgitating, okay, that you're some kind of special person or God. No, you're not. You're a POS in my book. And the sad part of it is you don't even know it because you're part of the game too. Okay. Death. One way to be born. More than 1,000 ways to die. Global warming. If there was such shit, I'd like to see it sunny and about 70. Okay, the warm breeze blowing. We still have 4 seasons. Okay. If you want to see global warming, it's in the next couple of months. It's called spring, summer. Okay, but it's so easy to confound and confuse and to run things over top of our heads because we're not using common sense no more. We're not asking why. We should have never quit asking why. But see, as soon as we get into the prostitute system known as the school system is to train you and bring you up, okay? They have these stupid respects for people that's no different than you are because they got a piece of paper hanging on the wall that says they're smarter than you are. It automatically starts you off having an understanding, hey, if you want to be anything in this life, you got to have a piece of paper hanging on the wall. For me, that's a belittlement of that person's mind because it's a preset. If they don't get there, they're dumbasses. Well, I work for a man in Roanoke, Virginia, master plumber, 6th grade education. The man can barely write his own name. He's a multi-millionaire. Know several people like this in my life. They don't have no damn college degree hanging on their wall. Okay? So we need to get over this fluffed up, baffling bullshit. Okay? If it is to come down, Nancy Pelosi in this last attempt, okay? I'm still trying to figure out if she's ever made it back to D.C. yet. My understanding, she's still hopping around overseas somewhere. And the Queen's military was involved in this one too. So whatever's to be taking place, if anyone out there has any kind of humanity for themselves, their children, or their family, and you know where these biological agents are being held and know how the plan's supposed to be orchestrated, you need to be getting this out to the right people. Okay? If you do nothing but make a video on YouTube and shade your face, okay? your IP address, make sure you obtain enough common sense to know how to hide yourself, but get the message to the right people. Okay? This just ain't about you all. This is about all of us. And these idiot kids, forgive me, because most of them ain't grown up enough in their head to have an understanding what these demonic son of a bitches are about. Okay. There's other news stories going around. The elites has done one half nuts because of Trump. Somewhere in the background is putting foot to ass on these people, taking down the lower levels, climbing up that fucking ladder. Okay. It would remind you of the old game that we used to play called Donkey Kong. He's on top slinging barrels down right now. All right. If anybody out there does know what's going on and how this deep state cabal / elite pedophile vampires, okay, is about how and where they want to orchestrate this on us, okay, have an understanding. It's going to go down. Day before yesterday, another individual I watch time to time, I didn't have no way to verify this, but I'm going to still say it, okay. There was a phone call, woke him up, I think 3 a.m. in the morning. And this was one of his buddies that was in a militia. We won't say which state, but they was called up. The militias here in the United States was called up to start securing our southern and northern borders. You understand what I'm saying, people? We're getting close to that clock. We're getting close to that 12 o'clock hour. If we are to help win this, okay, the Lord's working in many different ways, but our hands, okay, our minds, our eyes, our mouth, our feet is part of this war too. And if we are not, one way or another, part of it, we will be seen as something that we're proposing not to be, just like a lot of these phony ass Christian evangelists. All they're about is money, period. Okay? Then you've got a few in the background that's been taken down. Then you find out later after they're taken down that they was help moving children around the friggin' world through their ministry so these son of a bitches could eat these kids and drink their blood. It's just hard for anyone to fathom because we're not. We got an evil in us when it needs to be happening. We have a the flight and fight situation. It turns on when it needs to and works the way it needs to. I went overboard sometimes in my young life. Okay, I used to be one of them knuckleheads too, run around to the bars, looking for somebody to be stupid with, so I could punch one of them in the throat. Just enjoyed it. Well, years come by later, after 2 or 3 heart attacks, and a little bit before that, and I had things catching up to me, and I started realizing. And I started praying hard. The Lord told me, he said, did you think you was going to escape your past? It comes knocking on your door when you least expect it. So all of y'all, please buck up, get ready. I can't give y'all no timeline. Like I said, I'm not the Messiah. I don't walk on water. But I do hear that the fire is getting bigger in the background. And I hope to God everybody's paying attention to what's going on and help guide the young mind away from the ill reputes of the stupidity. Okay? Because my understanding on this biological thing, Trump needs and wants to find out where this is at, because he does not want the United States people to have to suffer, okay, in the manner these people want to make us suffer. We've not done nothing to these son of a bitches, okay? If anything, we fed these cocksuckers. We've closed these cocksuckers. We fixed their cars. We built their fucking houses. We give them our food because they own the grocery store. Well, there was a fucking farmer around here somewhere breaking his hump, making sure the grocery store had the food. Break it down. Common sense. But these son of a bitches has got something against you and me. We don't even know who these son of a bitches are, but they hate us. Do you not understand that that's more inside that person than a human being walking around? They got a hate towards the human race because they feel like they're superior. I could show them how real fast they're superior. Get rid of their bodyguards, let me have one of their crowns, and I'll try my best to shove it up its ass and show him. But then again, hell, who knows? He might like it, or it might like it. I can't even classify these things, these people, as humans. To have that kind of disdain towards somebody or a group of somebodies that they don't even know, didn't take the time to even talk to, because they was brought up in a family that you're a superior race because of your name. Right there, motherfucker. I was born with a surname too that's a superior name. The name of Firestone. Okay? I was born a Firestone. For anybody that understands what that is, there's a whole history behind that. My family was fucked out of their inheritance by the same fucking people that wants to eat and drink us and kill our children. So I don't really have no more skin in the game than anybody else out here. But I'm hoping, if anything, what little bit I can pass on that I feel is legitimate, that it helps move our minds in the direction that we need to go. And I plead for anybody out here that sees this, that is on the wrong side of all of this, that they give somebody some kind of indication of where this biological weapon is located, if there's more than one, if it's going to be an inoculation, a bomb, a missile, something. Give these people a chance to take it down, dismantle these people, get rid of them. Okay? For years, we thought we was under a republic, but they indoctrinated us to believe we're under a democracy. Think about your pledge of allegiance. Okay? But every time you hear one of these stupid-ass newscasters say anything, it's a democracy. One of our congressmen, it's a democracy. No, you stupid son of a bitches, it's a republic that got stolen from us, and the band-aid of a democracy got put over top of it. We understand it. The history is being taught to everybody out here now that wants to pay attention. Younger people, there's very few. Okay? I've said and watched Mark Dice and other individuals do the same thing. Shows how stupid people have gotten. And the younger crowds, the college-educated idiots, are more stupider than the people that graduated 20 years ago. Okay? I watched him try to give away a 10-ounce bar of silver in California. Okay? Think about that. 10-ounce bar of silver. 999999999.9% pure. That or Hershey candy bar. Would you believe more than 90% of the fucking crowd wanted the candy bar? Where was any common sense in all that? Watch the individuals quote some famous people in our government. College people. College right now. They would quote them something and put Trump's name on it. These people went ape shit, running their mouth. Blah, 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 blah. He shouldn't say shit like that. Well, then they turn around and tell them, so, well, here's the true quote, and here's who said it. Your Lord and Savior Obama, Hillary Clinton, Brennan, so on, the same old fucking bullshit. The same old idiots that I see them as. They're idiots. I mean, I'm getting tired of playing this game with these people. It's been 30 minutes now. Didn't mean to make it this long. I had to rant and rave a little bit. But I'm hoping if there is anybody out there, and this is to be the truth, and there is somebody out there that understands where this biological weapon is located, to send on to the right people. There's many ways of getting messages to the right people without being caught. Y'all should know that. The sabotage, this political game, this bullshit propaganda has been going on too long. And when they started understanding that people had flaws, and they looked at our good, outstanding things that we're as human beings and adults and trying to do the right things, they seen it as a weakness. They used it against us and been using it against us for a very long time. Myself personally, all this goes down, I think another thing we ought to go forth and do is get rid of every fucking psychiatrist out here. Okay? Because that's been one of our biggest problems too. They got a whole book of diagnosis. They can have a 10-minute conversation with you, me, or anybody else and put at least 5 fucking diagnoses on it, whether it's true or not. Blue's blue, red's red. But to these people, that gray area, they can shade it in and make it look like anything they want. Psychiatrists need to go. Okay? This is some of the smart people that wasn't psychiatrists that understood the human way of thinking and acting. They've used it against us for a very, very long time. Once they started seeing the advertisements between the radio and the newspaper, how it swayed mass groups of people, they was like, oh my God, when they got pictures that moved, okay, they could feed them any kind of clown bullshit they wanted to. Now they have the ability to take anybody's face and add it to anybody's body and make it look real enough to where it looks like somebody's saying something that they're not. We've been seeing that for over 25, 30 years in the movies. But, oh, that's just a movie. That's what they want us to think. All right, y'all. Peace, love. Sorry about the in and out. I will go get me a camera this month and get rid of that. Peace to all of y'all. Y'all have a good day. And please regard yourself as having an understanding. There's more to this than what meets the eye.